I'm very grateful for my parents because they always wanted to show me the world, and it was Western world, but still. And I haven't experienced traveling, but probably I can say a lot. And I think that even like maybe situation in Russia, political and social, is partly because of this, because of people, other people they didn't have a possibility to see how different it can be by traveling. So yes, I was in Europe for quite a few times, and when I was like second years in university, it was my first trip to the USA. It was my first time at Harvard Summer School, and I was really impressed by America. And actually, the interesting fact is that my I was born in 1992, and for 2 years before, my mother and my father, they were living and working in Washington D.C. In I think nowadays it's called like think tank, and there was just economists working. I know what exactly they were doing there. So my mother returned from United States pregnant with me. So I cannot say that it's like my homeland, but it was special in this sense, especially because after my Harvard experience, my parents flew to the United States to me, and we've traveled to Chicago and to New York and to Washington D.C. And they showed me like the places where they've been living, where they've been working. I was impressed by America so much. I remember how I arrived at New York, and I left the girl, and I saw all the skyscrapers, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I was so excited and kind of enjoying the energy of this city. But even though I like America as a creature of God, I don't know how to say it, but I wouldn't like to live there. Maybe because in some sense it's quite similar to Russia for me in terms of all these like imperialistic ambitions and like complexes of great nation, and this is something that I'd like to escape from. But I like some people in America, and I enjoy being there for some time, but I wouldn't like to spend all my life there. But I think that Canada is pretty different because it's like a combination of what I saw in Europe and what I've experienced in the United States. And well, maybe I'm not right, but people seem to be more reflexive here and not that like self-confident in a bad sense. And I think like when I was in primary school, I was passing an embassy of Canada. It was close to my school, and I was thinking like, who would like to immigrate to Canada? I mean, it's so boring. What can you do in Canada? But then I arrived here, and it just feels so. I wouldn't say cozy, but like very warm, and for some reasons I just feel good here. So I think this is amazing.